Hey everyone, happy Friday. It is already day number 5 of our 100 Days of Facebook Live Challenge, hosted by myself and Tasha Cole, aka TC Knows. If you've been following videos this week, you know that we started this challenge as a way to encourage other people, ourselves included, to get out of our comfort zones and do more live videos. So here I am, day 5, and as you can see, I'm not in my typical location. I usually film my videos from my office. Today, though, I decided to bring you outside and take you on a little walk with me because today I wanted to talk about environment. If we haven't already met, my name is Yong Pratt. I'm a 17-year performing arts studio owner turned chief dreamer, podcaster, and author right here at Our Young Creators. And I'm so glad to have you here. If you're watching live, let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're on the replay, go ahead and type #replay in the comments so I know you stopped by. So today, I was a little hesitant about coming on because I'm pretty comfortable going live in my office, having my computer, having my desk, having something to write with, and I don't often go on location, as it were, on my live videos. So today, when we talk about environment, I want to talk about the physical location of where we choose to live. And it is a choice, isn't it? When I meet new people online, or if I'm attending a conference and I'm not here locally, one of the first questions that of course comes up is, where are you from? And when I share that I'm from Nevada, people get really excited and they'll say to me, I love Vegas. And then I let them have their moment and I'll just politely say, well, we live 7.5 hours northeast of Vegas. So next time when you're in Vegas, come take a drive and come see me. And often I get very quizzical looks. And another one of the questions I often get is, why do I live in the town where I live now? And you know, it's an interesting question. I grew up in this small town in northeastern Nevada, and when I was in high school, I could not wait until I could leave for college. And I literally was so excited and so jazzed about being on my own and leaving this very small little town with not a lot to do. And it was literally a week or two after graduation that I packed up my car and headed off to college. And that was an exciting day for me. And on that day, I kind of swore to myself that I would never, and it's interesting because here I am back in my hometown. I didn't think I would ever come back here, but I returned after being gone for almost a decade. I went off and got my undergraduate degree. Then I chose to travel the world and perform across North America and Europe. And then I came back here to do a 1-year stint with AmeriCorps. And if you're not familiar with that, that is like a domestic Peace Corps. I worked with our local Indian council, our band council, and I worked with them as a health educator and a grant writer of all things. My undergraduate major was health education, so that made sense. I kind of envisioned myself wanting to go back east after this year and study international health. And that's really what I wanted to do, to live abroad and work in health and wellness. However, during my year back home, and now I want you to imagine this. You've graduated from college. You've lived independently out of your suitcase and a backpack for a year and a half. And now all of a sudden you're in your mid-20s and you're back home with your parents. Kind of a hard pill to swallow. But I did it because I really sort of saw this as a stepping stone to get to that next place. And I really was considering which schools I wanted to attend, most of them being back east. That was the plan. 1 year here, and then I'm gone. And then some magic happened. I met my future husband. He was a friend of my brother's, and kind of from the moment I saw him, there was something different about him. And I thought, this is a cool guy. So we got to know each other, and he ended up proposing. And of course, I said yes. And now we have been happily married for 16 years now. So that's kind of our little love story. I came back home to a place I swore that I would never return to. In the process, I met not only my husband, but I ended up opening up my performing arts studio to kind of fill a void in my life that I was missing after leaving the road and performing for a year and a half. I really needed to find that outlet. There wasn't one available for me as an adult, so I approached our local community college and said, hey, I'd love to teach dance. Here are my credentials, most of which I got on the road traveling. I did all sorts of things, interning as a lighting designer when I was traveling as well. So I had a pretty diverse skill set, and they said yes. So I taught for the local college for a number of years, and then many of my students were moms who had kids, and they all kept asking, hey, do you have any classes for kids, or would you consider teaching my kids? And that kind of was the start of my brick and mortar studio, which has now transitioned into our young creators, where we work online with students across the world and really help them to harness the power of technology and help them really share their stories with devices and new technology like voice activated devices and podcasting. And the cool thing is I get to work from home, and honestly, it's one of my favorite places to be. As much as I love to travel, there's nothing quite like being home. And now I'm going to turn myself around so you can sort of see that my environment plays a really big impact on inspiring me, especially. Today it happens to be a bit overcast, but normally we have a lot of sunshine. And up in northeastern Nevada, we have snow as well, which often shocks a ton of people. I think it's about 30 degrees outside. It's pretty chilly, but I wanted to just show you. I'm standing right above our house right now, and off in the distance, you can see these amazing, beautiful mountains. These are the Ruby Mountains, and they're absolutely stunning right now. And then when the sun starts to set, they turn a very amazing purpley ruby color, hence the name, the Rubies. And unfortunately, pretty recently, there was a huge fire up in those mountains. And incidentally, it was literally the day after I took my girls up for our annual photo shoot in the canyon. And we had gone up there, enjoyed the canyon. It was super, super windy when we were up there. And then the next day, a huge fire broke out, and it was really devastating. But I wanted, though, to show you that this is the environment I choose to live in. We really could live anywhere we want to. However, I choose to be here because, as you can see, it is absolutely stunning, especially on this beautiful, brisk winter day. And being in this environment inspires me so much, because when I get out here into nature and get to explore and get to be with my own thoughts, a lot of magical things happen here as well. So as I wrap up this video, I just have a question for you about your environment. Why do you choose to live where you live? I'd love to hear your stories. Pop them down below in the comments, or if you'd rather, you're welcome to message me as well. And I'm going to give you one last look at these gorgeous mountains before I sign off. Okay, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this gorgeous view. I hope I inspired you to think about where you choose to live. And if you're interested in joining Tasha and I on this 100 Days of Facebook Live challenge, I invite you to do so. You can head over to bit.ly/100 Days of FB Live. And whatever day you choose to join will be your day one. We put this challenge together really just to get us outside of our comfort zone, to challenge ourselves to do something new, and to find out what something new can do for us. Okay, my friends, don't forget to drop your stories below, and I will catch you tomorrow right back here. Cheers.